Hi students, good morning everyone. So first lesson chemical equations completed. So in that we are going to write exam also. I think you written exam. So I think all of you written very well the exam. And so these chemical reactions we discussed about how the chemical reaction takes place. How the products, how the reactants combine together form products, what type of products formed, so what type of chemical reactions taking place, the properties. So we discussed the first lesson. Yes. Okay. Next we are going to acid, bases and salts. So it is the third lesson for you. Lesson 3, chemistry topic acids, bases and salts. Okay. So in 8th, 6th, 7th, or maybe in 8th chemistry, you know about how the acids are formed, how the bases are formed, how the salts are formed. Okay, so this we discussed already. Okay, in the previous class you learned. So, but in 10th class it is somewhat new. So, how these reactions take place, what are the acids, what are bases, so how they taking place. So, same topic will be continued, but somewhat depth it will be there. Okay, so now what is going to discuss about. So what is an acid, what is an base? So these topics we are going to discussing. What is acid? So acids means so the substances which dissolves in water, they release, they furnishes express ions. Express ions means positive ions. Okay, the substance which dissolves in water, they release express ions, they are called as acids. What is acid? Acid means acid means acid means a substance which dissolves in water, which dissolves in water to furnish, to release express ions, that is positive ions are called acids. Okay, so these express ions, which substance they release when they dissolve in water, they are called acids. Okay, so these acids, so they are acids. So two types of acids we generally divides. So organic acids and inorganic acids. Okay, so organic acids, inorganic acids. Okay, actually how can we recognize the acid? Which is acid? How can you know? By their physical properties. What are the physical properties? The acids are sour in taste. Actually, the acid word came from a Latin word acidus. Acidus means is a sour taste. So acid came from dash word, Latin word. What is the meaning of acidus? Is a sour taste. It means sour. So the acids are sour in taste. Okay. So they have some indicators. So by testing acids and bases, like litmus papers, so methyl orange and so phenolphthalein and some of the cabbage and some of the petals of flowers. Okay, so turmeric powder. So like the some of the so natural and organic inorganic sub indicators are there to test the acids and bases. So in that one of the reason litmus paper will be there to test. So that is the litmus papers are used to change these acids. They change so blue litmus to red. So acid change blue to red color, and also this methyl orange solution so change to pink. And naphthalene they cannot be changed. It is not affected. Naphthalene's acid they cannot be affected. Okay, And these acids, so the two types of acids are there. So some are strong acids, some are weak acids. Okay. Strong acids are very powerful. If they fall on us or any object, maybe so cause burning and also blisters will be formed. Okay. So they have corrosive nature. They have corrosive nature. So these are the physical. Based on these properties, you can say they are acids. They are acids. Okay. First of all, so the acids are two types: natural acids and organic acids are present. So acids which are present, some of the, for example, eating food we have acids like citric acid present in lemon or oranges. So malic acids, so lactic acid present in the milk and curd, and acetic acid present in vinegar. Okay, so the tomato and spinach contain oxalic acid. So and tartaric acid they contain the grapes. Okay, so like this, so many number of acids are present in the surroundings. The fruits and vegetables they contain these acids. Okay, at the same time, some of the acids which are very powerful, strong acids are present. They are called as mineral acids. So the acids which are come from earth, they come from earth crust. So in the mineral, in the form of minerals, they are called inorganic acids. They are obtained from the minerals so present in the earth crust. They are called mineral acids or these inorganic acids like hydrochloric acid, HCl, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid. So like that, some of the acids are present. They are came from earth crust, from minerals. So like this. So acids. So two types of acids are there. So acids, organic acids. So means the acids which are obtained from plants and animals. Plants and animals. Plants and animals are called organic acids. Organic acids. Example, so you know of citric acid. So examples: citric acid, lactic acid. Okay, so tartaric acid, okay, so oxalic, acetic acid, so etc. So many acids are present in our surroundings in fruits and vegetables. Okay, so next inorganic acids. So inorganic acids, the acids which are obtained from the minerals which are present in earth crust. Okay, so the acids which are obtained from minerals present on earth crust. So the minerals are present in earth crust. From that minerals we have prepared these acids. They are called so inorganic acids, acid, or so mineral acids. Okay, so this is mineral acid or inorganic acids. Okay, so examples for these mineral acids are, what are the examples for that? You know, examples for HCl, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid, phosphoric acid, etc. So these are all examples for mineral acids. See now. So a substance which dissolves in water to release H+ ions are called as acids. So acids are two types: organic and inorganic acids. The acids which are obtained from plants and animals are called as organic acids: citric acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, acetic acid, oleic acid, uric acid, so ascorbic acid. Okay, so like that, so many number of acids are present, and they are obtained from some of the fruits. So like the citric acid obtained from fruits like lemon and oranges. Lactic acid is obtained from the milk and curd. Tartaric acid is obtained from the these are grapes. So and acetic acid obtained from the vinegar. So like that we are obtained from oleic acid, olive oil, uric acid from urine. So and formic acid from sting of ant. So like that we are obtained different types of plants, acids from plants and animals. Okay, inorganic acid, the acids which are obtained from minerals present on Earth's crust are called as inorganic acids. These minerals acids, they are called mineral acids. Cl, H2SO4, HNO3, H2CO3, H3PO4, etc. all are called example for these mineral acids. Okay, if you want to note down students. So next step, so physical properties of acids. Physical properties of acids. So by observing the physical properties, the acid, these are the acids we can identify. These are the acids. Okay, what are the properties? So acids. So physical properties. Physical. Physical properties. Okay. So what are the physical properties of acids? So physical properties of acids. Okay. So already we say what is acid, what are the types of acid we discussed. So there is organic acid and inorganic acid we discussed. Now physical properties. Physically how it is. Okay. So they are sour in taste. So acids are sour taste. Sour in taste. By taste, you can observe that they are sour taste. By taste, when you check it, it is sour in taste. So citric, like lemon, oranges, so tamarind, turmeric. So these are all how they are. They are very sour to taste. Okay. So curd, so milk, when they are very sour to taste. By that we can know that they are having some acid in that. Okay, and these acids. So acids which are how can test? For testing we have indicators. So for testing acids or base we can test by indicators. By indicators we know which are base acid. They are called indicators. Okay, so they are called as a litmus. So litmus. So one of the good test litmus. So some of the colored cabbage, some of petals of flowers also use it to indicators, and also turmeric solutions, and so methyl orange solution, and naphthalene. Phenolphthalein also one of the indicators. They are all indicators. Indicators means which are used to test, which are present base or acid, that we can test by these indicators. Okay. So here we can use a test for litmus. So the acid turns the blue litmus to red. Blue litmus to red color. Okay, blue litmus, when you touch, you can dip this one into the blue litmus paper, into the acid, they turn into red color. Okay, so so these methyl orange solution, methyl orange, so turns into orange, into pink or red. Okay, and naphthalene so not effective. No change in naphthalene. Does not affect naphthalene. No change at all. And also some of the acids, some acids are causes corrosive nature. So corrosive nature. Corrosion nature means they damages metals, non-metals, or it may be it affects corrosive nature will be having. It may be cause painful blisters also. Blister means so there will be when it falls on the skin, it may be skin will be damages. Okay, these are blisters will form. So by this we know they are acids. They know they are acids. Okay. So acids sodium test, acid turn blue litmus paper to red. Methyl orange solution to pink or red. Naphthalene balls not affected, and some of the acids they cause corrosion nature. They have corrosion nature, and there will be causes painful blisters. Okay, so this is about the physical properties of acids. Okay, so acids, and next, how can we make acids? Okay, what are strong acids? What are weak acids? Okay, all I told you, acids are formed. They release H+ ions when they dissolve in the water. Okay, when they dissolve in water, which release more than 30% of H+ ions, they are strong acids. Okay, the acids which are released, so less than 30% of H+ ions released, they are called as weak acids. Strong acids and weak acids. Okay, so whenever there is any substance which dissolves in water, they release ions. This is called as ionization. So when they release ions, they are called ionization. Any substance which dissolves in water, they release ions. It is called as ionization. Okay. So which release 30% of H+ ions in a water, they are called as strong acids. Strong acids as Cl and H2SO4 and HNO3 are strong acids. Okay. So weak acids means they release less than 30% of H+ ions in a solution are called as weak acids. These weak acids are carbonic acid, acetic acid, sulfurous acid. These are examples for phosphoric acid, and they are examples for weak acids. Okay, strong and weak acid. Okay, strong acids. So the acids which dissolves in water, so release more than 30% of H+ ions are called as strong acids. Are called strong acids. The examples for strong acids are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid, etc. Nitric acid, HNO3, nitric acid. So, strong acids which dissolves in water release more than 30% of electrical ions. Okay. Weak acid. Weak acid means the acids which dissolve in water. So release less than 30%. Less than 30% of H plus ions. So called weak acid. Okay, weak acid, strong acid and weak acid. Okay, example for weak acids: carbonic acid, and phosphoric acid, okay, and acetic acid, etc. So example for weak acid, strong acids and weak acids. Okay, strong acid means which release more than 30% H plus ions. Weak acid means which release less than 30% of H plus ions. Weak acids. Examples: HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, H2CO3, H3PO4, CH3COH. So acetic acid, phosphoric acid, carbonic acid. So hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid. Okay, students. Okay, students. Next topic is about how can you prepare acids? How can you prepare acids in the lab? How you are preparing? How can we prepare acids? The preparation of acids. Preparation of acids. Acids. How can you prepare acid? Acid are the preparation. How can you prepare the acids? Acids are prepared by. How can you prepare acid? Acids are prepared by using a non-metal. A non-metal. What are the non-metals? So okay. So metal elements they can made. So metals, non-metals. You know all of you. Non-metals, metals, and metalloids, and inert gases. So they divide these elements into four: metallic elements, non-metallic elements, metalloids, and inert gases. In that, non-metals like carbon, sulfur, hydrogens, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus. So these all are they divided into non-metals. So these non-metals which is react with oxygen. Non-metals they burn. When we burn non-metal, so in the presence of oxygen, then they form a non-metallic oxides. Okay, this form so non-metal is burn. So burn in the presence of oxygen. Burn, release. So non-metallic oxides. So these non-metallic oxides, so dissolve in water, form an acid. Okay, a non-metal is burn. So in air, so release non-metallic oxides. These non-metallic oxides dissolve in water, form a acid. So say give some example for non-metallic oxides, or give some examples for some non-metals, carbon and sulfur. Best examples, carbon and sulfur. So take carbon. So carbon is burned in the presence of oxygen. So release carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Release carbon dioxide. Minus C plus O2 gives rise to CO2. C plus O2 gives rise to CO2. Okay. So this is a non-metallic oxide. Non-metal plus oxygen gives rise to non-metallic oxide, CO2. So this CO2 is dissolves in water. Dissolves in water. They form H2, CO3. H2, CO3. Carbonic acid. It's called carbonic acid. Where you are using carbonic acid? Carbonic acid is used in, so prepare plain soft drinks, soda and drinks, cool drinks, soft drinks, making of soft drinks, we use this carbonic acids. Okay. C plus CO2 plus H2 gives rise to H2CO3, carbonic acid. It is an acid. Okay, like that you can prepare make acids. Like that you can write any type of non-metal you can consider and you can make like this. Another example is non-metal sulfur, S plus O2 gives rise to SO2, sulfur dioxide. Okay, this sulfur dioxide dissolves in water. So H2O gives rise to H2 SO4, H2 SO3 or SO4, sulfuric acid is formed. Okay, H2 SO4. Okay, they form. So SO4 is formed plus water is formed, no problem. SO2 plus H2 SO4 is formed. Okay. C, this is a non-metal, form non-metallic oxide. This non-metallic oxide is dissolved in water, they form sulfuric acid. Like that nitrogen also. So nitrogen plus oxygen gives rise to NO2. So 2NO to NO2, nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide dissolves in water, they form a HNO3. HNO, nitric acid. Nitric acid is formed. Okay. So HNO3 is formed. It is an unbalanced equation. You can write here dissolves. Okay, 2NO2. You can take more number of moles considered. So whenever a non-metallic oxide, which a non-metal reacts with oxygen, which will form non-metallic oxide. This non-metallic oxide will be react with the water, means dissolves in water, release acids like carbon dioxide, carbonic acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid is formed. Okay, like any type of phosphorus pentoxide, phosphorus pentachloride. So phosphoric acids are formed by these are non-metals as carbon, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus. Examples for non-metals. These non-metals dissolve in water, they form a non-metallic oxides. Okay. So like that we can prepare the acids in the laboratory. Okay. So how can you prepare the acids? By reaction of non-metal with oxygen, they release the non-metallic oxide. This non-metallic oxide will be reacted with the water, means dissolves in water, they release these acids. Okay, that's why we are getting acid rains. How can you get acid rains? So water, atmosphere contains these non-metallic oxides, like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide. So when the rain is falling, the water drops which react with this non-metallic oxide, they form this acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid, sulfuric acid. Like this they formed, and they come in the form rain, mix with the rain and come into the earth. Then it will be the soil will be damaged due to this acid rains. Plants and soil will be erosion will take place due to acidic rains. Okay, very important question. How does acidic rains are formed? So it is what happens. Why it will be happens? Why it will be falling? As how does acid rains are falling? Why does acid rains are falling? So these all questions will be about acid rains. Okay, so next, so these acids, so how these physical properties completed. So chemical, how these acids are formed. When the acids which are react with the metals, what will happen? Acid react with the non-metallic oxides, what will happen? If the acid react with the carbonates, what will happen? So acid react with the hydroxides, what will happen? See, so these metals, the acid react with metals. Acid react with metals. Acid react with metals. Okay, what will happen? So, best example already we discussed in the previous lesson. So, zinc granules react with the hydrochloric acid. What will happen? So, the metal which is react with any metal is react with the acid. They release metallic salt plus the release hydrogen gas. So best example we have. So okay, take a retard stand. So and we can hang a one test tube. So which is okay, and we have this is now again we have here one cork. Okay, so it will fix with the cork. Here we can be a delivery tube which you can collect a gas. Okay, yes. So like this. Okay, here you can place some zinc granules. Okay, zinc granule here, and we have few drops of. So place few drops of HCl by this crystal funnel. So add some few drops of HCl to the zinc. So what happens? The zinc is a metal plus HCl is acid. They form. So zinc ZnCl2 plus H2. ZnCl2 plus H2. H2 gas is released. So it is a salt. So zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas release. So any metal which is reacted with the acid, the release the hydrogen gas will be releases. So any metal we consider sodium. So sodium and calcium and magnesium, iron. So whatever metal we consider which is react with the acid, they form a so the metallic oxide Mg, magnesium. So react with the HCl gives rise to so MgCl2 magnesium chloride plus H2. So like this. So sulfuric acid also we can take sulfuric. Zn plus H2SO4 gives rise to ZnSO4 plus H2. So any metal which react with the acid, they release hydrogen gas. So any metal consider, any type of metal consider, so they release hydrogen gas. So this is the best activity which explains what will happen if the metal is reacted with the acids. So what they release? Hydrogen gas. Already in chemical reactions lesson we discussed about this. Okay. Students, homework question. So explain physical and chemical properties of acids. This is a question. You can go through the textbook and write down answers. Okay, students.